What is up everyone, welcome to my review of the beautiful UCS Star Destroyer. I have been wanting this set for so long and I'm finally able to have it in my hands and ready to build. I almost got this one when it was at store for like £350, but never decided to do it because it was a lot for me back then and I didn't really think I wanted it. And it just kept rising in price and I just kept waiting for a sale that never came. But many years later, I finally have it here in my hands. This is of course already built, but I got it for £350 and I would have built it back then, so it's kind of the same. But as you can see, inside this box is where all the pieces are. Everything, the plaque. We have the minifigures on the side, and you might wonder why I have a towel here. And the reason is that I had to wash all the Lego bricks and that took me a while. I think it took me 10 hours to wash them and dry them and separate all the parts. But I did enjoy doing that, to be honest, because I feel like it was a experience to have when it comes to this build, especially when you buy it used. When it comes to building this and reviewing it, I'm gonna do it in sections and then have a full review at the end. And the reason I want to do that is because this is going to take me probably a couple of months because I want to do other builds. I have shorts to do and I don't want to be quickly done with it, to be honest. I want to enjoy it and I think that is going to be fun. Actually, with this full box, everything is in here and I think that makes it a little bit more fun when you have to actually search for all the parts. It might be some parts missing, but I think small parts I have seen most of the big parts. But without further ado, let's put this to the side and open the manual. And here we have the manual, my favorite type of manual with these strings on the side. It makes it so much easier and more fun to open it. Let's open the first page. You can see probably the creators of this. We have the front of the Lego ship a little bit over, the signature next side, inside with Darth Vader, real life movie scene from the start of movie number 4, of course. More scenes on the side. Here we have some drawings of it and facts and specifics. They actually built it kind of in a real life scene. That's pretty cool. Behind the scenes of the Imperial Star Destroyer. History of the Lego Imperial Star Destroyer and also the Lego Star Destroyer over Tatooine. Here we can see some other Star Destroyers. That's the first UCS Star Destroyer. A mini scale, first place scale, a little mini scale as well. Mid scale was it. 2011 UCS Star Destroyer, Super Star Destroyer, Star Destroyer mini polybag. We also have Imperial Star Destroyer play scale as well, and the First Order Star Destroyer. There's also the new one, so let me know which one you prefer. On the next page, we can meet the model designer. That is a fantastic picture that looks amazing inside this book. Nothing much on these two sides. We have 4 sections of where you can take it off and hold it. Another cool scene to have here. And then we can start with 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then 17, 18, and 19. The minifigures we get in this one is an Imperial officer and an Imperial crew member. The Imperial officer has some dual molded legs, while the Imperial crew member has some pockets. The back of these two doesn't really show anything, and if you saw, they only have one face. But the one on the right has a cooler one with a little microphone. If we move on over to the left, we can see some arm printing on the crew member, but not on the officer. And that is the same on the left side. The torso is pretty cool. I thought the one on the left was actually Tarkin, but it is not, just the normal officer. But with the one on the right, we can see a little bit more details when it comes to the torso. All right, everyone, we are done with the first part of the build. This is the back where the engines are, and you can see how tall this thing is going to be when it is almost as tall as the whole entire ship of the UCS Venator. If we take this one down, it already is completed with its stand, and you can really see how wide this thing is and how long this thing is going to be. I have no idea how tall it's going to be, probably around here with the whole cockpit. On the sides here, you can see that it is really nicely detailed across the whole thing, from the back to the front. It has a lot of clips for when we are going to cover it up in the second part, but for you, it's going to be one full part. The next clip you're going to see, it's going to be a little bit more covered up. I don't know how much, but just a little bit. This build is really sturdy. We can already hold it with just, maybe not the yellow part, but like this, just like in the middle of the ship. The whole stand as well with the Devastator. The figs are in another box because I'm doing a series on this channel. We are now on to bag 7, and this is how far we have come. These pieces on the back looks massive, and this has taken me a little while because of this part right here. It has so many details, so many small parts that took me ages to get. But we do get a TIE fighter that I didn't know we were getting in this, so that is pretty nice. And this little smaller one, I don't really know what is. We also have this big section on the bottom. I have no idea what is. So that is what we have so far. Moving over to bag 7, 8, 9 and 10, and that looks to be all the bottom and all the engines, so we will be right back when that is done. We are done with bags 7, 8, 9 and 10, and we have been able to cover up the whole bottom part, and we are going to start on the top. We also got everything about the engines in, the small engines, the bottom, the top and all the big engines. There were a lot of difficult parts about this one, but really enjoyable. They are connected with these in the front and also with some connections there. I don't know what to call them, but they are like rounded Technic parts. One weird thing about this build is that these are actually just some Technic parts that are just held on top. There's nothing connected in this way. It's just on top. It's just here that it is connected. So I feel like that's a weird way of building the Lego, but it is sturdy. There's nothing wrong with it if it actually stays like that. The UCS Star Destroyer is finished, and I don't dare to take it down just yet. So we are doing the rest of the review up here. We got our little Tantive 4 on the side. This is a really beautiful build to come with the UCS Star Destroyer. I did cut it like halfway through, like when we are done with the top, so now you can see the rest of it, and the details on this one is insane and it looks pretty good. If you don't know, but the Han Solo movie, doesn't this look like the trains that the Lego made? You can see how the details are made on that one, and all the details around here, down here, on the sides, the weapons as well, the cannons, the side. They're using these like Technic kind of parts. Really nice. Also behind looks pretty good. This is a really cool photo though. This is insane how the back looks. It is so massive. One part I just don't realize is, no, like, get is that part. It looks kind of weird, but maybe to just hold something in there, they could have closed that up a little bit. That is what they have, and I don't really complain. It's just one thing. The engines look pretty good. I thought they were gonna go a little further out, but that is all fine. Some weird and good techniques going on behind here. But that is it for the UCS Star Destroyer review. This one is going to be turned around and then point out that way, and I'm also going to get the UCS Death Star to have here. It's just a perfect size, so it's gonna match up perfectly with the UCS Star Destroyer, so I'm excited for that one. And you need to subscribe so you see that as well. And also, before I end this is actually a, I say 9 out of 10 building experience, because there were so many small parts that I really sometimes didn't enjoy, but there is nothing really bad about it. There were a lot big pieces as well. Yeah, I don't think I have anything bad to say about it. It looks massive, and I only got it for 350, and most of the pieces were there. I think I missed 4 small pieces, and that is it. And there's also a lot of small pieces left inside the box, so it kind of makes up, and I got more pieces than I actually needed. So that is really nice. But if you have enjoyed it, leave a like, and I hope to see you here in the next video.